So today we have the Dark Knight, the world's greatest detective, taking on DC's premier and most feared assassin, Batman versus Deathstroke. But with a twist, it's a death match. Fight to the death. So, Batman, Deathstroke, they fought several times and both have their own fair share of victories. But Slade has never fought Batman, who's dropped his morals and is willing to kill. That's this fight. So, starting off, who is stronger? Well, Bruce Wayne has honed his body into the highest peak physical conditioning possible by human standards. Guy is on the brink of superhuman. He can lift over 1,000 pounds and push 2 tons with his legs. He's casually broken an assault rifle with just his grip strength, broken metal restraints, and broken bones. He is warped thick metal, snapped steel chains, and ragdolled people all around and sent them flying through walls. He's fought against and beaten physical powerhouses like Bane and Killer Croc. He's held open a crocodile's mouth with just his bare hands, hid open an airplane door while it was in the air, which could take a couple tons of force, slammed Killer Croc through a brick wall, knocked down steel doors, even reinforced ones, kept a car from taking off, and kicked a motorcycle in half. The guy's even staggered Superman with a sucker punch before. All of that was when he was holding back to some degree, except maybe that punch to Superman. The guy is freakishly strong. But Slade was genetically enhanced by the government to be a super soldier. He's easily decapitated people, broken bones, and crushed skulls. He's easily lifted a big piece of stone and swung it around like a baseball bat. He has ripped an airplane door off while it was flying with just his bare hands. He has shattered missile-proof glass, headbutted a wooden table in half while sitting, ripped apart steel restraints with his injured hands and arms, and sent Nightwing and others absolutely flying with enough force to warp metal and bust through walls. He has stated that he's as strong as 10 men, and he has hurt and beat Starfire, who's briefly matched Wonder Woman before. He's even drawed blood from Lobo, who is a Superman level threat. Even while not holding back and trying to kill, Batman is still not superhuman. He's still just human. Almost there, actually, but he isn't superhuman. Slade is. And that's kind of the whole story for Physicality. This includes durability and speed. Batman has bulletproof and fireproof armor, and is just incredibly tough with a very high tolerance for pain. He's also insanely fast and agile. He's basically one of, if not the very best, physically impressive characters by human standards in all of comics. The guy's insane. But he's not a super soldier like Slade Wilson. Deathstroke is so physically impressive that he's not just superhuman, but he's been deemed a meta-human. So, yeah, I know I didn't list any feats, but I just kind of think it wasn't needed. Slade is physically better across the board, but only slightly. Slade also has the advantage of having a healing factor that's good enough to regenerate half his heart and even come back from the dead a few hours after being pronounced dead. But now, let's move on to skill. Slade was a very, very, very highly praised soldier in the military, which is why he was chosen to do the experiment. He's a master of judo and ninjutsu. He excels with a sword and is an excellent and superb marksman. He has beaten Green Arrow and Black Canary simultaneously. He's beaten Arsenal, Nightwing, a version of the Teen Titans, all of them, which includes Raven, Beast Boy, Cyborg. You get the gist. Starfire, yeah. He has matched Azrael and Cassandra Cain, briefly fought Bronze Tiger and believed he could beat him, beat Black Manta, even while underwater, beat an army of 300, and he has his fair share of wins against Batman. The guy has even killed a fly with a paperclip. He lives as DC's premier and most feared assassin, and for good reason. But Batman is without a doubt one of the best fighters in all of comics. Period. The end. There's no debate about it. He is a master of 127 martial arts styles, with his main style of fighting being a combination of like 40 of them. He has 2 or 3 other styles of fighting that are combinations of several fighting and martial art forms as well, and switches between them from time to time to remain unpredictable. He even claims to know 400 ways to take someone down without killing them. So imagine how many ways he knows to take someone down by killing them. His marksmanship skill is just as good as Green Arrow's. Um, and he has beaten every member of the Bat family while in training and in real fights. He has beaten Bane, Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul, Green Arrow, and has even beaten Killer Croc in less than 10 minutes while sick. He's routinely dismantled and beaten whole groups of thugs, mercenaries, soldiers, cops, and ninjas. He's one of very few that can match Lady Shiva and Karate Kid. And again, he has his fair share of wins against Deathstroke. Batman is definitely the more skilled hand-to-hand fighter and martial artist. All those martial arts styles and whatnot, yes, Slade isn't that good. He's good. He's not that good. But that's okay, because Slade typically fights with his weapons, not with his hands. Speaking of, Slade carries several weapons, an entire arsenal at all times. His primary weapon is his Promethean sword. It can absorb energy and was able to cut Superman, and it is virtually unbreakable. His bow staff is also virtually unbreakable and can project this energy blast from both ends. He also carries a wide variety of firearms like handguns, assault rifles, submachine guns, sniper rifles. You get the gist. As well as knives, explosives, and a grapple hook. And he goes into battle wearing the Icon suit, which is powered by his kinetic energy. It can absorb energy to a degree, and it allowed him to take hits from Superman. But we might actually be here all day if I sat here and listed every gadget Batman has ever used. But since he's going for the kill, I'd say his utility belt should have his more powerful gadgets, as well as his go-to ones. So for this fight, he is carrying batarangs, the grapple hook, smoke pellets, flashbangs, explosives, EMPs, and he'll be having these power gauntlets on his wrist for more striking power. His cape can also be used to daze enemies, and his suit comes equipped with a built-in taser that shoots up to a few hundred jolts of electricity. And lastly, Slade has an enhanced mind, allowing him to think 9 times faster than the average human can. This allows him to process info very quickly and to come up with plans on the fly. But Batman is a genius in more ways than one, especially in tactical analysis, as he is a master tactician and strategist. So, who wins? Well, like I said throughout the video, both have beaten each other before. But Slade's never faced this Batman. Batman with no moral compass and just going for the kill. And I'm not talking about like the Batman who laughs. I'm talking about Bruce Wayne Batman, like normal Batman, but he's going for the kill. And thing is, some would say Batman's greatest weapon are his fists. Even if he is holding back, he is still brutal. He doesn't care to break bones and to just beat the holy snot out of his enemies to instill fear. And now he's going to be even more brutal as he's actually trying to kill Slade. But Slade is an actual trained killer. He's DC's premier assassin. He is physically superior across the board. He wears a more powerful suit, and he actually has an arsenal better suited for killing. He also has his enhanced mind and healing factor. Batman is a much better and skilled martial artist, and he is overall smarter, but that's it. Slade is simply better suited to win this fight. If you look at the facts, he is better suited to win it. However, Slade has always had these advantages over Batman in their fights, and yet Batman has still beaten him before. More than just once. I'd honestly say it's about 50-50. All while holding back. Granted, he knew Slade was a super soldier and a lethal assassin, so he probably wasn't holding back as much, but still holding back to some degree. I think I should also point out two statements said by Slade. First one, Slade has said that he respects Batman. He also once said that if Batman were to ever drop his morals and become an assassin, he'd be the greatest assassin in the world. Batman is scary and is dangerous. Take away his morals, he's even more scary and dangerous. So we know Batman can beat Slade as is. This means he definitely can with no morals. But the facts lean me to Deathstroke's corner as he just holds more advantages. So I'm kind of leaving it up to you guys on who wins. If I had to pick, I'd say Deathstroke after a long, brutal, bloody fight. Because I prefer facts and advantages over, I guess you can call it hype. But I 100% understand why you guys or someone would side with Batman here. I 100% get it. But I'm siding with Deathstroke. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Leave a comment of what you think. And hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos and other great stuff. We're on the road to 1K and I appreciate all of you guys for it. Let's go get there. And have a great day. Peace.